is 17-14 Cleveland. Wentz throws to the right side. Caught! Jordan Addison! He's the man of the match!
Play for your brother. We all we got. We all we need. Play hard. Play smart. Offense, let's go beat us. Defense, special teams. If it don't got a blue jersey on, take that. They will be 1, 2, 3.
Right down the middle. Borregales nails it. And the Patriots
on time. Ward puts some air under it. Up the sideline. Ridley. Cam Ward. On the money.
Digging deep. And Pick 6 this week will be a classic for the ages. First up will be the 49ers and the Rams. HD is ready. Believe me, he is. The show starts now.
So as stated, the first game is the 49ers and Rams. Let's go straight to it. Week 5, Pick 6 podcasts, all that. You guys know the deal. If you're a first-time listener, trust me, you're going to like this. So I decided to watch this game with about 6 minutes to go because I saw the score was close, and I'm looking at this as, can the Rams come down the field? Can they take over this game with 2 minutes left? Or will Shanahan escape with his life after doing something stupid that could have potentially cost him the game, which usually catches up with him in the Super Bowls that he's lost. But nevertheless, so I'm going to get to a minute 2 left. Minute 2 left. The Rams are about to score to go up 26-23, minus the field goal yet. Alfred Collins comes up with a spectacular defensive play, forces the fumble, gives Frisco back the ball at the 1-yard line. Most coaches would take a chance and try to get a first down because the Rams have all 3 of their timeouts. You give them the ball back, they can get it in good field position. They could either try to win the game or they could tie it and take it to overtime. What does Kyle Shanahan do? Cutesy 3 running plays. One of them almost got pushed back for a safety. Nothing less to expect from a guy like this. But anyways, they punt the ball back. About 40 seconds left. The Rams march down the field, tie the game, take it to overtime. 49ers win the toss. They march down the field. Cutesy plays again. Mac Jones, up until this point, is probably up to 300 yards passing. Has thrown the ball about 45 to 47 times, and Shanahan gets cutesy. They kick the field goal. They go up 23-20. Rams get the ball back. They march down the field. The Rams decide, screw this. We are not going to kick this field goal. We are going to try to win the game. 4th and 1 on the Frisco 25, 26-23 is the score. Boom. The Rams come up with 49ers come up with a fantastic defensive play, and they win the game. What shocked me is that the 49ers in the draft, their first 5 picks in the draft were all defensive players. I could see why. Fantastic move. Of course, Robert Saleh back in the groove, which is a good thing. One of the best things that Shanahan has done in his tenure as a coach for the 49ers, bringing his boy back. Because Saleh could coach defense, but he could also coach. He was just in a bad situation. I'm going to get to the Jets later on because that don't seem to improve or ever will improve. But nevertheless, 26-23, the 49ers beat the Rams. Shanahan, again, getting cutesy, getting passive, could have lost that game, but escapes with his life. He's undefeated on the road, by the way. Shanahan is 3-0 on the road. You heard it right. He's 3-0 on the road. Unbelievable. A guy who is known to choke Super Bowls, 2017, 2020, 2024, is undefeated on the road. So we'll see how the rest of the season goes for him. Mac Jones, wow. 33 for 49, 342, 2 touchdowns, sacked once. Stafford, 30 for 47, 389, 3 touchdowns. Bad back Stafford put up 389. 389. Mac Jones, 342. It was a game of just, the difference is one coach allows his quarterback to do what he needs to do with a bad back. The other coach, he decides always in the end of the game to get passive. Hence why, again, he's 0-3 in the Super Bowl. And I'm telling you, Frisco fans, no disrespect, the record shows he will never win a Super Bowl. Get a coach in there that's going to get a coach, because what's going to happen? You're going to get a coach that's going to come in there in like 3-4 years, and he's going to win you a Super Bowl because he makes common sense decisions at the crucial moments of the game. It was atrocious with those passive 3 running plays. They almost got sacked in the end zone. What is... Anyways, folks, let me go to the next game because I just don't know. Shanahan is a piece of work. I'm going to go to the Eagles and Broncos. I watched the last 4 minutes of that game. And I'll tell you this. Like I said, winning solves problems only for a short period of time. The stitches are coming out. And what I mean by that, they finally lost. The Eagles finally lost. Jalen Hurts had to throw the ball a little more. 23 for 38, 280, 2 touchdowns, sacked 6 times. That Broncos defense was playing well. 23 yards. Lost. And Vance Joseph, fantastic job. Knew what he had to do. Jalen Hurts is not a guy that's going to throw the ball 38 times a game and win games. It's not his flavor. His flavor is probably 20 to 25 passes a game. He's going to rush for like 40 yards. He only rushed twice for 3 yards. Devontae Smith finally had 8 receptions for 114, but A.J. Brown had 5 for 43. That's not A.J. Brown numbers. But then you look on the other side, Bo Nix, 24 for 39, 242, 1 touchdown, sacked twice. That's how Sean Payton wants to use him. He's not Drew Brees. J.K. Dobbins, 20 carries, 79 yards, 1 touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 8 receptions, 99 yards. I mean, Evan Ingram had a touchdown reception, 4 receptions, 33 yards. Sean Payton knows what he has and how to use it. I've noticed how he works. With Drew Brees had the green light and then some. Because Drew Brees had the arm, knew the plays. Bo Nix is still learning. But for Philly, Jalen Hurts is not a 38 attempt guy. 40 plus, 38 plus or whatever is not his type of game. The Broncos forced him to throw the ball. And this is what happens. And I've said this, when you force Jalen Hurts to be a passer and not a runner, more times the Eagles are not going to win the game. The Broncos win 21-17, and it's a good road win. It's a good quality win. And this is the NFL, and a lot is about to happen. And it's going to get better. It's a great season. But I'm going to go to the next one. Oh, boy. The Dolphins, they do it again. But Tua played well. 27 for 36, 256, 3 touchdowns, sacked 3 times for a loss of 27. What I saw was he was very smart. He made some good plays. Jalen Waddle finally was like, hey, I'm here. Darren Waller had got some. Devon Achane got his. I mean, it worked. But then Bryce Young, who threw a pick, they found a way. But I'll tell you what the X factor was. Rico Dowdle, 23 carries, 206 yards, and a touchdown. And when I say it wasn't just a meaningless 206, it was, I'm going to run all over you guys, 206. Like he was just all over them. I watched the last quarter and a half of that game, and I was like, oh my God. I can't even blame Tua for this one. Like usually, you're going to say, oh, Tua. I cannot blame Tua for this one. Tua did what he could. The defense absolutely just completely faltered. Jordan Brooks had 13 tackles in total in the game. He was all over the place. So was Rasul Douglas. I mean, the Dolphins are 1-4, 0-3 on the road. They're going to have to find a way to do something. I'm telling you, that coach, I don't know how he's still there, but that is what it is. Seattle and Tampa, Sam Darnold coming of age, still doing what he's doing. Sam Darnold, 28 for 34, 341, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. That was the deciding factor as far as I'm concerned. Of course, Baker, 29 for 33, classic Baker, 379, 2 touchdowns. And, Sam Darnold throwing that interception, then the Bucs running down the field marching down the field and getting that field goal, winning 38-35. I think the takeaway from this game was Eboku and Smith Jigba, man. The 2 Ohio State boys. 7 for 163, 1 touchdown in Mecca. And Jackson, 8 receptions, 132, 1 touchdown. These guys are coming of age. These two young receivers. Cooper Kupp, thanks for coming out. Chris Godwin, thanks for coming out. Mike Evans, thanks for coming out. These are the 2 guys. These are the 2 names you're going to be hearing for years to come, the next 3 or 4 years when it comes to top receivers in the league. And if you're in fantasy, these are 2 guys you want on your squad. Wow. That's all I have to say. 38-35, Bucs over Seahawks. I think my takeaway was that interception by Sam Darnold. When I saw it, I was like, oh, no. Playing the best game of the year, and then you throw that. So, but Sam Darnold's development, his career being saved by Coach Kevin O'Connell is a story that people are going to talk about for years to come. But that was fantastic. That was fantastic. Arizona and Tennessee. The bonehead move of the day. Imari Dimicardo. Imari. I saw it. Running all the way. He was running to heaven and back. And he did the ultimate no with the ball. They would have went up 28-3, if I'm correct. And Imari. Kyler played a solid game. He was very conservative, 23 for 31, 220, no touchdowns, no picks. Cam Ward just tried to do what he could. He threw an interception, no touchdowns. And then he threw that pass to Calvin Ridley to force the field goal, 22-21, Titans. I don't know what to say about Arizona. I don't know if it's a quarterback thing. I mean, Kyler Murray did run for a rushing touchdown, but it's not working in Arizona with Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, it's not working for them. I don't know what it is, but in the Tennessee, they got a lot to work on. Tony Pollard, of course, got a rushing touchdown, but I don't know what's going on with these boys, but it's not working. You got a stud like Marvin Harrison Jr., you got to do something with him. But I'm going to close off with the main event because this particular game I watched, and it had this gut feeling to it. Josh Allen finally throws an interception after how long? 253, he threw 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. He sacked once. He threw only 31 times. And, of course, he ran 9 times for 53 yards. James Cook had 15 carries for 49 yards. Drake May, 22 for 30, 273, no touchdowns, no interceptions, sacked 4 times for only loss of 6. The running game was whatever. Henderson and Gibson and Stevenson all ran for nothing. But the highlight of the game, the return of Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs made his return. And, a lot of people, I've said a lot of things about Stefan, especially, you know, with his personal life and all that stuff, whatever. I'm not here to talk about people's personal life on this pod show. This is about sports. This is sports podcast. And this particular show, this particular Pick Six library is about football. And despite everything, and I have to say this about Diggs' preparation to make sure that he was ready to go in the beginning of this season is phenomenal. If you guys get a chance, you should check out some of his workouts in the offseason. He worked his ass off to get back on the field. And that I admire, because this is the guy, despite everything that's been said about him recently, whatever, he's always playing the full season. He's giving you, if it's a 16 game season, he's giving you 15 to 16. He might sit out one game if the team is going to clinch a playoff spot. Like Buffalo had that one year where they were already in it. They sat guys. Minnesota, he played. The only time he didn't play was last year when he got hurt in Houston, which he only played 8 games. But besides that, I mean, his career high was 182 in Minnesota. I remember that game vividly. I think it was against the Eagles. He put up 182 at home against the Eagles. He just went off. He went off for 146. And I'm telling you, it was classic Stefon Diggs. He came to play. He was ready. And it was phenomenal. It was a pleasure to watch because when you're coming from injury, those are the things that you want to see. Like, you want to see, you know, the wheels coming, because he had a 100-yard reception game last week. So he's just slowly getting back into his rhythm. Because last year at Houston, he had some good games. He had some really good games before he got hurt when he was with Tank Dell and I forget the other receiver's name. I apologize, at Houston. That was a great trio in Houston. New England signing him, being probably the only team offering contract, there was a reason for that, but that's not for me to talk about. That's the media that wants to squirrel and talk foolishness. I think Stefon Diggs is still a good asset to a football team winning a championship. Is New England a championship team? No, they're not. Could they be a playoff team? Yes, they could. They got to win against the Bills. That's going to be good when it comes playoff time. Tiebreakers, they're 2-0 on the road. They're slowly, gradually giving Buffalo at least one team for Buffalo to compete against. So Buffalo has somebody to say, hey, man, there's a competition here. There's some games. So that's a good thing. And you know what? At the end of the day, I'm happy for Diggs that he's healthy and he's back on the field and he's doing what he's doing, because I know some people, whatever, this and that, again, the personal life shit. I don't care about that. People do shit all the time. The only reason why we're talking about this, or they are talking about it, is because it's the media, and the media has him and his shit on sorry, use the language, but has his personal life out there. But besides that, it was good to see what he did. He came ready, and it gave us a game to watch. Some quick notes before I close the show. Baltimore, they're on the done list. If they lose any more games within the next 3 or 4 games, they go 2-6 or 1-5, the season's over. They're not, with the way their schedule is, they're not coming back. The Jets, doesn't matter if it's Aaron Glenn, Bob Glenn, Joe Namath, Rex Ryan, Bob Ryan, it doesn't matter who it is. Meg Ryan, it don't matter. The Jets are not making the playoffs. They'll be lucky if they win 2 games. Las Vegas, the Geno Smith magic has faded out. Daniel Jones, another story. Just like Mac Jones, the Jones boys are looking good right now. And their records are 6-1 combined, the Jones boys. And Geno Smith looks like he's gone back to Geno Smith that came into the league and struggled. That's not looking good. Detroit, of course, doing what they do, continuing to roll. Washington, no surprise. I mean, it was a very good weekend. We still got one more game to go. So KC and Jacksonville tonight, that should be good. So, folks, That is another edition of the Pick Six podcast. If you're a first-time listener, please subscribe. YouTube, Spotify, Apple. It's right there. Of course, part of the Unscripted Library, the pod show by Beat Fact Music. Ladies and gentlemen, as I always state, thanks for listening. Take care of yourselves wherever you are in the world. And as I always end off the show, good morning, good afternoon, good day, good evening, good night. I'm out. Peace.